Well, I have a confession to make. Finally, the most viral camera of 2023 is here with a new version. Welcome, Osmo Pocket 4. And no, I'm not gonna test it on my home. I decided to fly here in Siargao to test if it can replace my mirrorless camera for vlogging. So come and join me for my adventure. On paper, this sounds an ultimate vlogging camera, but it's just a specs. In order to fully understand it, I'm gonna test it now. Let's go! It's early in the morning right now. I tried to wake up because unfortunately for the past few days, it's gonna be rainy and this is the only time to walk around and might as well review the Osmo Pocket 4. This is one thing I like about the Osmo Pocket 4. Compared to a mirrorless camera, it's kind of shaky for a mirrorless camera to vlog. And you can shoot with the Pocket 4 discreetly. So there's actually two versions of it, the standard combo and the creator combo. They sent me the creator combo package. To see what's inside the box, first let's unbox it. So here's what's inside the box. I got the creator combo. We have another pouch inside, and in the main compartment we got the Pocket 4 along with a bunch of accessories. I think they changed the gimbal lock from the Pocket 3, and now we also have extra buttons here. There's a mini tripod. Oh wow, I feel light, and the DJI Mic 3 microphone, and we've got another pouch which is lighter, and that's it. If you're already using the Osmo Pocket 3, here are some of the major upgrades from this Osmo Pocket 4. Now they fully added its newest feature, which is the new 5D joystick and under-screen buttons. This joystick enables precise, delicate control, and buttons enable smooth zoom and custom function. It has now built-in 107GB storage, 800MB per second high-speed export. It has a 1-inch sensor, which means more detail and better dynamic range, up to 2 stops, better low-light performance in 4K. You can shoot 4K with 2x zoom while recording. It has now active track 7.0, which means smoother subject tracking, 6 cinematic film tones built-in. And now with the Osmo Pocket 4, we have a variety of film tones option for shooting. Slow shutter mode for photos. Huge internal storage and longer battery life. Now they added a beautify mode, so even I look like haggard, you have option to put a filter on the camera itself, which is the beautify, and you can adjust the smoothness. Now let's see how the normal mode looks like. If I turn off the beautify, this is how it looks like. This is one of the key features I like. They fully improved the active track feature, so I'm gonna try to use the Osmo Pocket 4 and put it in the sun and try to film myself. This is one of my most struggle when I'm traveling solo, is that no one's filming at me. And with this feature, it's gonna be nice because the camera itself will follow you thinking that someone's filming you. Like, even though I'm moving, camera itself is also pointing at my direction because we're using the active track, so it's very accurate. Face auto detect, when you enabled it, it follows the subject automatically. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tap myself like this, and then it's automatically active track enabled. And I'm gonna try to film myself. And then you can also try to do this like the dynamic framing, where you can push joystick to switch focus to frame. I'm gonna use the joysticks to find which one I'm gonna frame. I'm gonna try to put the Osmo Pocket 4 on the floor and let's see if it can track me while I'm walking on the shore. So yeah, it's still recording. I'm gonna try to run. I connected my microphone. It's still following me. Although it has certain limitation for the camera, it can only follow until this direction. If I go further, I don't think it can follow more, so I can go to the other side. Oh. So no one's filming. Hello, Pocket 4. So it's very consistent. I've noticed that it's very consistent. Like if I'm gonna put it on the floor and I walk here, it's still following me. And then if I walk further, get the camera, try to vlog. Hello. So now I'm in Siargao and testing the Osmo Pocket 4. This is Siargao at night. Hey! Ang liwanag ng mundo. What can you say about our light?
The light, it's so small, but it looks like it's actually hitting us. Like it's actually naliliwanag tayo.
Oo, nakalimutan niya ng English.
Natural ba siya?
It can
Pero ewan ko,
cover all the room.
Depends, I haven't seen it yet on the actual footage.
Now let's try it without the light.
Okay.
It's kind of sad, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think the light's helpful if you're vlogging at night. That's you need to see the subject that needs to be lit up while you're walking and it's nighttime.
is there any difference if you move the light? Like, you know, when the shadow is hitting the light?
But this light, I think, is mainly for just to fill your whole face.
Yeah.
And it's so small that portable naman siya.
Compared to mirrorless.
Yeah.
For night mode. Welcome to Chinatown. Hi guys! It's so bright, right? Yeah.
Wow. DJI has upped themselves for this one.
I have a surprise.
Ooh, what's the surprise?
I'm gonna put a light.
What light? No, stop. It has a... Wow. I didn't know that's... Wow.
Which one is bright? It's brighter.
Wow, this is actually really cool. It looks like you have someone with a light following you around.
But it's more low-key.
Wow, this is so cool. I didn't know DJI has this.
Surprise! Lately, I've noticed most of my shots are shaky. Sometimes I just don't want to film with the SLR because it's kind of bulky for me. Sometimes when you just ask someone to film you, they don't have background how to film. Shooting with a mirrorless camera for a person who haven't had experience before, the output is not so good even it was shot in a mirrorless camera. So I think with the Osmo Pocket 4, it's gonna be helpful for doing establishing shots, just documenting your adventure or travel vlogging itself, because it's gonna be easier to vlog yourself with the Osmo Pocket 4 compared to a mirrorless camera, and the quality is not so far from each other. Why are you gonna get an Osmo Pocket 4 if you already have an iPhone? In the beginning, I was doubting if I'm gonna get Osmo Pocket 4 because I already have my iPhone with me. I already have my mirrorless. I'm both using the Osmo Pocket 4 and the iPhone 15 Pro while vlogging right now. As you can see, you can really see the difference between the dynamic range between the two. And now I'm gonna try to use the back camera and shoot at 4K 60 FPS. So this is the shot of Osmo Pocket 4 with the normal lens, and if I added the ultra-wide lens, this will be the shot. Of course, every camera has its own downside. Like each camera has different purposes. Like this Osmo Pocket 4 is perfect for cinematic travel vlogging, and if you want to have a wider perspective, you can use the Osmo Action 6, which is more rugged, because with the Osmo Pocket 4, you cannot just easily drop it. It's not waterproof compared to the Osmo Action 6. But the dynamic range is so different. Like if you're into more cinematic travel videos, you're more into travel vlogging, I highly suggest to get the Osmo Pocket 4. But if you're more into rugged adventure, like example, I'm gonna go for cycling, hiking, the Osmo Action 6 would be perfect for that. And if you want a more discreet kind of setup, the Osmo Nano would be the perfect option. Although they have replaceable lens, which is wider lens, I just want it to be more wide. Of course, no camera is perfect, and the Pocket 4 has a few trade-offs compared to something like the Osmo Action 6. First, it's not ultra-wide, so unless someone is holding it a bit further, the frame can feel tighter compared to an action camera. Second, you need to handle it carefully. It's not as rugged as the Action 6. This isn't the camera you throw around. And third, it's not waterproof for diving. So if you're doing extreme water sports, bring your action cam instead. Now for future upgrades, here's what I personally hope they improve. More lens options, especially wider lenses with more bokeh. Better vertical shooting. This was honestly the upgrade I was waiting for, and it's still not as flexible as the Action 6. And maybe a 3x4 capture mode so you can crop the vertical or horizontal in post like you can with the Action 6. For vertical shooting, I thought that they're gonna put 4K already, but they still have 3K for this camera, same with the Osmo Pocket 3, but I think it's okay because mostly I just use 2K when shooting a video. So here's my honest take. If you already own the Pocket 3, the upgrade isn't going feel crazy, but you will notice a few key improvements. Low light is definitely better, and if you add a small fill light, even cleaner. D-lag has improved too, so if you're someone who loves color grading and playing with cinematic tones, you will appreciate that. Battery life lasts longer, and overall the image quality just feels more refined, sharper, cleaner, and more polished. Now, if you don't own a Pocket yet, maybe you're just using an action camera, or you're still filming on your phone and you want to take vlogging more seriously, document your daily life in higher quality, shoot cinematic footage without carrying a heavy mirrorless, then honestly this is such a good entry point. It's pocket size, it's powerful, and it makes filming feel easy. At the end of the day, it really depends on your workflow and what kind of content you create. For me, as someone always traveling, moving, and chasing light, this makes a lot of sense. So if you're interested, I'll left the link in the description below. What do you think about this new camera? Do you think this can replace your Osmo Pocket 3, or are you gonna get the Osmo Pocket 4? Feel free to comment below and I'm gonna hear your thoughts.